Welcome back. Let's do a quick recap of the market's action on Monday and see what we look like for Tuesday. A couple things. Netflix, 3.5 million shares, 10-day average. This is what I compare how big of a day is today. I always like to say, if you want to understand the condition in the market, what's the participation? And one of the best ways of looking at participation is volume, shares traded. Netflix up, breakout, new highs. On light volume, no. Actually, in the last 10 days, the average volume is 2.6 million shares. Today did 3.5. There was some heavy upside call, people betting that we're going to see $700 by July 19th. In the live trade room, we made that post this morning and suggested maybe you could get more of a breakout if this is an ABCD wave measurement, meaning A, B, C, D wave extension. Easily, even my person's weekly pivot resistance is 700. How did the volume look? The volume action on my volume indicator shows that there was some participation over the last 4 days. Might have a little bit of relative weakness as long as we hold I'll get the number for you here. As long as we hold this pivot level here, 658.99 in the next 2 days, I don't see where the market's going to have a hard time to get up to test that 700 number, just because that's the path of least resistance. Also, look at the top here. We had a high at the exact high was 799 cents on November 30th of 21. Marco probably has the a curiosity, want to probe that high before it's all said and done. So that was Netflix. What about the rest of the market? Well, today we started off on a weak tone with the advanced decline. At the end of the day, we finished up 355 stocks advanced versus 145 declines. We're still in a negative breadth mode. The AD comparative ratio line is declining. What I'm looking for is good trades on high volume. And quite frankly, at the end of the day, Boeing does 5 million on average, ended up doing 5 million on average. Fortinet, that did see a little bit of upside, but up 12 cents. It just kind of gave up a lot of its gains in the final minutes of the day. So moral of the story is it's not heavy volume. Nike, we covered this in the room. Open lower, trades higher, earnings June 27th. My guess is there's some shorts covering ahead of earnings event of any institutions or hedge funds that may be short. I believe the short float is 1.8%. I believe somewhere close to 21.8 million shares outstanding short float on Nike. Might see some more upside before it's all said and done. My guess is very easy. I would not anticipate a struggle for Nike to test 97. Let's take a look at Nike and my expectations for earnings. A lot of people are saying they've lost market share to OnCloud, ONON. I don't believe that. OnCloud buyers that wear that sneaker wouldn't buy a Nike to begin with. They're more trendy, fashionable. I don't see where Nike's lost that appeal. Not sexy. They've lost Tiger Woods. Listen, God bless Tiger Woods. I love his golf game. He's mesmerized millions of golf fanatics through the years. But people aren't running out buying his brand new Sunday red moniker either. And Nike is still backing some very strong horses. And one guy you might see on tour from time to time in the golf world is called Scotty Scheffler. And then he is donned head to toe in Nike. So again, I don't think Nike's lost market share. There's a gap in the market up here that would start at around 95, goes all the way up to around 99. That gap can get filled. But look way yonder here. There's a gap in the market. It approximately starts at around 111 and is around 120. So that gap is, the path of least resistance. If we continue to build higher lows, and if the volume structure gets better, if the relative strength PMC indicator improves, wouldn't surprise me by earnings. If we're closer to this 100, the market goes up and tries to fill that gap. So you want to look at some upside calls over the next day or two on Nike. Last but not least, here's a couple things that we noticed. Snowflake, which is in the cloud storage area, they had a cyber attack, or they had a hacker and someone is ransoming some of the clients and all that bad news. And the stock rallied today almost 3%. Volume wasn't severe. So my 2 cents is bad news wouldn't make a market go down, could have been built into the market. Good news might make the market go back up to the 148. Big volume trades today, going all the way on into the July 19th expiration up to 140 strike price. So the 130.35 call spreads may be doable on a pullback tomorrow. Lastly, we had several stocks on our watch list today that we were talking about in the live trading room. Tesla, number one. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla up today. It started off on a strong note. It was up 3%, then 4%, then ended up today nearly 5.5%, 5.25%. Look at the volume today. 108 million shares, 10-day average volume, 75 million. So it's literally 20% greater of its 10-day average volume. Now, where do I expect this trade to go? I like the daily volume pattern here, this rounding hook pattern with the moving average and the momentum. The intraday 60-minute volume was looking pretty good. Now let's take a look at some option analytics and move forward. On this is the chart that we use for the live trading room. We obviously look at, again, well, we had Tesla here, we have it down there. This should be the SPY, SPY, but we'll cut to the chase. We have the VXX because we can track the volume of the volatility. Netflix, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, the heads of the 5 family, Meta, and here's Tesla. So here's what we see for Tesla. Looking at Thinkorswim, you have your PPS indicator, your person's pivot. Look at the structure for person's pivot. As we concluded Friday, it was already prognosticating a higher targeted move for the week, targeting a resistance of 202. So we started off the box today with a slightly unchanged open. First hour generates, this is an hourly chart. There's your 60-minute, and we have a nice PPS buy signal. So when we take a look at the options analytics, and we'll get into Tesla, TSLA, here we go, Tesla. As we look at the option analytics for Tesla, first thing that we want to see is what about the options? Today's volume, look up around 200 here. 193,115 open interest. So there was obviously for this week, June 21st, option expiration, huge volume targeting and someone playing probably, if I had to guess, an upside move with a 190, 200 bull call spread. Let's drop this and go down to the next month, the next week out, June 28th. Look at the 200, 56,000, double the 25,000 open interest. So to me, it looks like someone was playing and targeting the 200s going out in time, no matter. So is it a calendar spread, or are they just moving out and rolling out into options, expecting this market to move up beyond 200 rather than buying an intrinsic or an in the money, maybe 60 delta with short term? I believe someone's looking to buy and going out the option curve and being more directional. So tomorrow for Tuesday, look for a lower opening. As long as Tesla holds, and I would say I don't want to see Tesla get much below the 1230 swing low, which was around 184. There it is right here. That bar. Oops. I'll get it back for you. I don't want to see Tesla get below that swing low, because then the market pulled back, moving averages caught up to price, and it bounced higher. To me, I also believe that this looks more like sort of reminiscent of a shoulder head and a shoulder, even though the right shoulders are way too long. But if this market did take a measurement from inside the jawbone to the neckline, which I would consider this to be the average of the neckline right in here, if that is a true converted breakout, guess what it's targeting? Around 210 is 208 to 210 is the measurement objective, and would complete filling the rest of the gap that it was probing up in here. So the momentum looks strong. The pivots are targeting an upside. The volume looks good. And obviously, there's a lot of people thinking that Tesla has the opportunity to at least trade at 200 or beyond in the next several weeks. We'll update you on some more trades. We've got our big option class this week, Wednesday, even though it's Juneteenth holiday. We're doing our 3-week holiday or 3-week summer workshop. And then we have For those interested in Palm Beach Gardens in December, go visit the website, personsplanet.com. We have our live in-person trading seminar that we host down here in Florida. That's all I got for tonight for you guys. Go Tesla, and we'll see what happens with a few other share prices, such as Snowflake. In the meantime, if you like what you see and you'd like me to continue, please give me a like. Subscribe to our Persons Planet YouTube channel, and you'll get these videos without having us to send an email alert out, which is kind of cool. And we promise to do a lot better as we move on to help people that are out there struggling with trading and how to use the Persons indicators. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget, if you like what you see, give a thumbs up.